Some of us are very hard on ourselves. We talk to ourselves in a rough way, like we are broken or like something is wrong inside us. But the truth is this: nothing is wrong with you. What you have is something called a pattern. A pattern is just a behavior you do again and again. But a pattern is not you. It is just something you learned. And if you learned it, you can change it. You are far more complex and powerful than you think you are. You react in different ways depending on how you feel. For example, when you get really angry, or scared, or stressed, or overwhelmed, that is not who you are all the time. You don't stay angry every moment of the day. You don't overeat every minute. You don't panic every second. You only do those things when you fall into a specific emotional state. So the real work is simple: we must learn to change our states. When I say states, I mean the emotional and mental place you step into. And if I were teaching you on a deeper level, I would even call them personalities. Not like a disorder, but like the different sides of you that wake up in different situations. Every person has many sides. We pretend we have only one personality, because it feels easier, but you know that isn't true. Have you ever seen someone act in a way and you said, "That's not like John"? John doesn't act like that. Yes, he does. That is one part of John. It's just not the part you see every day. Every person has many parts inside them, and each part shows up in different moments. Some of you have placed the wrong part of yourself in charge of your life or business. You might have a kind, soft, loving part, and that part might be perfect for being a friend, a partner, or a parent. But that same soft part can destroy your business, because business requires strength, clarity, and boundaries. I'll tell you a bit about myself. I grew up as a pleaser. I wanted everyone to like me, so I tried to make everyone happy. And sure, it helped me build friendships. But in business, it caused a lot of pain. I tried to please people who were like sharks. And what happens when you try to please a shark? They eat you. That's when I realized I needed to put a different part of myself in charge. A stronger part. A wiser part. A leadership part. That switch changed everything. One of the biggest patterns that holds people back is fear. Fear makes us make the wrong decisions. Not always, but almost always. When you make a choice based on fear, you are coming from a place of not enough. Fear puts you into a world of scarcity. And when you feel scarcity, you become less resourceful. You accept limits that don't even need to exist. You stop seeing solutions. But when you feel strong and certain, you find a way. If one path doesn't work, you try another. You go around the wall. You climb over it. Or you build a new path altogether. Fear suffocates that ability. Fear doesn't just hurt your business, it damages relationships too. Some parents are scared to upset their kids, so they say yes every time. They want to please them out of fear. Then the kids grow up entitled and confused. They expect their partner in life to keep pleasing them too, and when that doesn't happen, everything falls apart. Fear is the enemy. And it does not live outside you. It lives as a pattern inside you. So how do you break it? You trade fear for faith. Faith does not have to be religious. Faith simply means believing in something bigger than the fear in front of you. You were born with faith. You just have to use it more. Think about driving. How do you drive down a road with only a thin yellow line separating you from people who might be tired, drunk, distracted, or careless? Everyday people die in car accidents, but you still get in your car. Why? Because the alternative is to stay home forever, which is not a real life. But during crises, people forgot that truth. The world scared many of us into hiding in our own homes, afraid of every person we saw, even when some of the information wasn't fully accurate. Never let anything or anyone scare you so much that you stop living your life. Policies, news, and warnings can influence you, but they cannot give you fear. They can only offer fear. You choose whether to accept it. Leaders feel fear too, but they don't let it control their actions. That is what courage means. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage means feeling the fear and doing the right thing anyway. You cannot avoid criticism. The only way to avoid criticism is to say nothing, do nothing, and be nothing, and that is no life at all. And today, on social media, people criticize others because they feel insignificant. They hide behind screens. They try to hurt others because it makes them feel important for a moment. But if you let these people control how you feel, then you have given up your freedom. So the real game in life is not, can you succeed? The real game is, which part of you is running your life? Is it the fearful part, or the courageous part? No one is fearless. If you had zero fear, you would walk into danger and get hurt. But courage means something matters more to you than fear. Your mission must mean more. Your purpose must mean more. Money alone is not enough. But money is part of the mission, because it gives you the power to help people, to create, to build, and to serve. Fear wants you to say, this is who I am. But it is not true. Fear is just a pattern. Habits can be changed. Patterns can be changed. You are not the pattern. You are the one who chooses the pattern. There is a part of you that is bigger than fear. Stronger than fear. Eternal. You might call it your spirit, your soul, your essence. When that part wakes up, when that part takes charge, your entire life changes. Your emotions are your fuel. You must learn to guide them, not let them be tossed around by people who benefit from getting your attention by making you scared or angry. That is how the world works today. News, posts, headlines, they follow you everywhere, even in your pocket. Negative news makes more money than positive news. Media companies are not necessarily evil. They are doing what makes their shareholders happy. But that means the responsibility is on you to take your power back. Dreams only become real when you push through the things that make other people give up. You have a part inside you strong enough to push through, but you must feed that part more. This reminds me of a story from the movie A Beautiful Mind. It's about a brilliant mathematician who struggled with his mental health. In one scene, someone asks him, how did you keep going? And he says, every day I know there is a monster inside me and a good man inside me. So I feed the good man and starve the monster. The monster inside you is fear. Whatever you feed will grow. Fear grows when you focus on it. Strength grows when you feed it. You must feed the best part of yourself every day. You must not settle for less than what you are capable of. You must stop tolerating the things in yourself that you used to accept. Not because you have to be perfect. Not because you can never have bad moments. Everyone has bad moments. But those moments should be moments, not days or weeks or months of your life. You must learn to snap out of fear faster and faster. Every time you bounce back, you get stronger. It is not about never falling. It is about how quickly you rise. If you keep moving forward, you will reach your dreams. If you stop, fear wins. Keep going. Fear says you're not enough. Fear says you don't know enough. But the truth is, you don't need to know everything. You just need to grow. You were born with a beating heart before you ever proved you were worthy. Something in the universe believed you deserved life. Call it God, call it life, call it nature, call it anything you want. But something gave you the gift of life, and that gift is proof that you are enough to start. And that same something expects you to become more, to grow, to give, to rise, to overcome, to expand, to make a difference, to be strong, to be compassionate, to create, to love. That is why you feel so good when you grow. That is why you feel so alive when you break through your own limits. That is why fear feels so awful, because fear blocks you from becoming who you were designed to be. Most people let fear lead their whole lives. But you do not have to be one of them. The fearful part of you will always exist, but it never has to be the part in charge. You get to choose which part of you leads. You get to choose courage over fear, faith over doubt, action over hesitation, growth over comfort, meaning over fear, life over hiding. And the moment you choose courage, truly choose it, your entire life begins to change.
Please like and subscribe for more videos.